Opinions. You've heard the term. Everyone's got one, right? It's true. Probably everybody does have opinions. But when do you share your opinions? I think that's a key question. For me, when I'm in a team, recently I was in a training session with other leaders within the organization, and I was actively engaged and actively listening during the training, but I was intentionally not offering a lot and not talking a lot, which is not the usual way that I do that. And I finally, there's something that I really felt compelled to comment on, and I did. And there was somebody else facilitating the meeting. I was actually an outside resource, and they thanked me for speaking up, especially in my role. And I said, hey, just so you know, I'm all in. I'm actively listening. I just don't want to dominate this session and this training. You're the expert, and I'm here to learn and grow. And so I want to be actively listening. And the leader called it out, which was, I was glad that he did. It was impactful. He said, and he called it out to everybody. He said, there's times for everyone, and especially leaders, when you need to step back. That's what I was doing. Is like you need to step back and let other people talk and give their opinions and view their opinions. And it's not natural, especially for a leader like me. Like, I have a lot of opinions I want to give them. It's not a natural one that I do, and I need to work on it. And if you're like me and you're actively engaged and always have thoughts, that's great. But sometimes you need to learn to step back so other people can express themselves and everybody can be heard from. Now, on the flip side, there's people that sometimes come into meetings and they never say anything. In fact, I had an executive meeting today, and as I was level setting with the whole group, and there was VPs were in there as well, I said, hey, as all of you know, when you're in one of my meetings, like, I expect to hear from you. Like, my meetings are all in, all engaged. I want everybody getting after it, and I will try to call on people, make sure everybody's heard. But if I haven't, I expect you to get your way in. It's just the way I run my meetings and the way I play. And if you show up to my meetings and you never talk and you never say anything, then I don't think there's a reason necessarily for you to be in my meeting, right? So I try to set that expectation for everybody. When you're in my meetings, step up. If that's not your natural demeanor, and for some people it's not, just like my natural way is to do that, some people it's not. As a leader, I'll try to call on them and get out the best, but I'm also going to call on them to step up out of your comfort zone and give your opinions and actively engage. And so as you approach your meetings, whether you're leading them or facilitating them, I encourage you, or you're just participating in them, I encourage you to think about, how should you play in that particular meeting? Is it time for you to step up, or is it time for you to step back? Let me know your thoughts.